Hiyoko for healing. Some curious things to make you think this month of February, where we have the Pollux and Castor, the twin stars, one who surpassed and one that remained younger. Which brings me to think of the twins of Romulus and Remus. Remus killed Romulus, which brings me to one lost this last month, I think it was. Her name is Shirley Raines. Her age adds up to number 13, like the number of Big Mama, matriarch. And she also has a twin. That just piqued my interest. With us having to be even more aware of our own duality, the twins. The one that's good and the other one that's in the more shadow side that has to be balanced. And how some of us that have delved down into that darker side and stayed there, using their powers, their energy, their resources in that way. Makes me think of the split, the shift, and how all these planetary systems and alignments do as above as below. You want to nourish and treat your traumatized childhood, your past, your wounds, and don't let them devour you. And we're at Wednesday. Hump Day. Let's see what the Karmics are doing in Karmicville on this Hump Day Wednesday. Completion, new beginnings. We're seeing those that are harvesting their rewards, and we see those that are getting the opposite of what they thought they would get with their dirty deeds. Under the moon, now they're in sorrow. That leap they took for a new beginning was actually that of an actual fool. To take the risk of such uncertainty, not betting on themselves, but betting on using those nasty skills, pouring out cups, devouring what they wanted. They didn't find peace or happiness with that leap. What is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to know about the Karmicville? King of Swords. If I would have let it fall, it would have been in reverse, but we'll leave it there. There's a King of Swords. Fell on its side. Someone that needs to find balance, peace, and harmony. Someone that needs to balance out their own energy. And it looks like there's assistance here to help them. The Temperance Angel. Teamwork was in effect. A shared goal in a group that pulled their energy together. Whoa. They have to depart and accept this lesson or lessons. And leave what they took that leap of faith upon alone. What do we need to know about this King of Swords that's on its side? King of Cups in reverse. So this is a shapeshifter. Someone that's overwhelmed, anxious, becoming more cold in their manipulative, selfish ways, now being withdrawn. Trying to gain control and make progress. Their focus is money. And what else we need to know about this King of Cups reverse and King of Swords on its side? Knight of Wands energy. Rushing off somewhere passionately for an adventure. Taking a risk for this finances that they're in need of. Towards someone with a Nine of Pentacles. Someone that's financially independent, secure, maybe even self-employed, that are reaping their benefits, staying connected. Someone that talks to the birds, talks to their plants. The Fool on the side. This reckless energy that's taking this risk to come toward you for this Ace of Pentacles, your generosity. But they're being warned to move away, to not take this leap. They've been getting a lot of signs to halt. But what is this Fool energy that needs to balance out themselves? Wow. A Queen of Cups, that's a High Priestess in reverse. Someone that's portraying themselves in a Queen of Cups energy, that's balanced emotionally, that's empathic, but they're actually someone with repressed intuition and hidden motives. Very superficial, that likes to draw confusion. Very cognitive dissonance. They have no connect whatsoever, not even with themselves. And they're walking to their own demise. This Queen of Cups is aware of what this Knight of Wands is pursuit of. But for some reason, they're not aware that this ending is coming because they're not taking heed. If they are not moving away from this energy, they feel like they will have a celebration, harmony. That they'll have their stability and their abundance, their affluence. This High Priestess in reverse and this King of Cups in reverse. And actually it's a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups that are both confused. Thinking that they can sneak off somewhere and have this abundance, these celebrations, a strong foundation. And what's to come of this? This King of Cups is broke. They're greedy and materialistic, wasteful, a chauvinist, taking risks. They get a kick out of this. But there's justice. These these south noders that are pretending to be in the upright, pretending to have knowledge, more than what they have actually. They're in confusion. And now justice is here. Their funds are already depleted. What else do I need to know about this High Priestess in reverse? Being defensive because she wants to be given to. Knowing that she should walk away. Knowing all the opportunities and signs that they've been given. They're being defensive because they want to be given this. They feel they deserve it. But they're working with a group that does not have the funds. If this is a different energy, this King of Pentacles in reverse, then this King of Cups that's in reverse, it doesn't matter because they're all in reverse. They all are lacking direction, lazy, greedy, materialistic. And this King of Pentacles in reverse is maybe the leader, the person that was telling them that they will have this. That's why this High Priestess in reverse is looking to defend being given this money, this abundance. And she's got people that'll work for her to get it because they think they're going to get something out of it too. But they forget about karma and justice. They forget about the temperance angel that's here to bring balance. This Knight of Wands energy, this childish, immature, reckless, wannabe King of Cups is in a Queen of Wands energy. Someone that's been putting on a show, a big spender. But they're actually jealous, selfish, temperamental, a big bully. They have financial insecurities, but they like to play the big spender. They all proclaim to be a star energy. This High Priestess in reverse. This shape-shifting King of Cups and that doesn't understand or know themselves. Give me another card on this King of Pentacles. Oh, Judgment. That's judgment for the group. They've all been given plenty of chances, opportunities that they were bored with, that they didn't have the motivation. These are greedy, selfish energies. They like to take. They like to be given to. But they don't want to look at themselves for who they are and what they're doing. Therefore, they're forced into judgment. They all work together. They all will pay together. One by one. I'm sure they're already seeing the effects. They have an inner knowing. They just didn't take heed. Concerning you with this card, the intuition, you're aware. protecting your heart, listening to your inner knowing. Because right here on the table, all we have are the ones that's in the karmic wheel, on the outside, that's going down, that's getting the lesson the hard way, that are broken-hearted, shattered, destroyed by their greed, not coming to any realizations, not having the epiphany or the understandings that they needed to awaken, bringing themselves to an ending, being left behind, feeling like they have no closure because they were so intoxicated with this sexual energy, non-committal, and things that were forbidden. They didn't want to heal, blocked from being that of a divine masculine energy. These are characters of a past life. You may have had deja vu and noticed the repeated patterns and learned the karmic lessons. You walked away. And now they're at their breaking point because they're out of time. Now they want to come in for your forgiveness, wanting to return and say, I'm sorry, hoping that you won't turn your back on them while you're manifesting, walking your own path, keeping the faith. They're expecting you to accept their apology, but you have clarity and truth of their intentions. You're aware that they are not one of honesty, but they want to come in and make a happy family. They want to make a connection, a bond. But you're receiving these messages, things that are being unveiled, even if they're not coming clean. You're being guided to reject, abandon, dismiss. They have irrational fears because they don't want to face themselves, or that their bluff has been called, that they've been pretending, wearing a mask, exaggerating. Karmic lesson peeping at the bottom. Past life again, showing up. This was a lesson. Some will learn, some will not. Goes back to that twin star. Pollux and Castor. Remus and Romulus. And the energies. Things that are having the light shed upon it. That things that people wanted to be hidden. That they can't hide any longer. It's going down in Karmicville. At the same time, you sit, rest, and peace. Meditate. And stay on lookout for your guidance. Peace.